enum, ring and enum, and select the picture rings. Now when you select the picture ring and place it, you can actually put in items into this picture ring. Before we put in these items, or rather before we put in these items, let's take a look at some of the customizations we can do to this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my LabVIEW menu. Under Tools, I want us to select, actually it's under View. Under View, select your Tools palette. When you select the Tools palette, you should be hovering up here. People. Right. Now this tool is a little bit tricky, so please look up. You see this item here? This is for coloring. And you'll notice that there are two boxes here. If I click on the top box, it means foreground. If I click on the back box, background. So I want to set my foreground and my background color to transparent. How I do that, I simply click on the item, the foreground, and you see all the colors I can pick. There's a little T here. This T means make transparent. So I'm going to select the T, making it transparent, and also for the background, making it transparent. So you can see now on the foreground and on the background, there's T to TT. Then what I'm going to come and do is I'm going to come and click on all the different objects that make up this ring function and turn them invisible. So let's do that. Click on this, click on this, click on that. Do you see what's going on? Huh? You see it vanishing? Now after making everything vanish, you can see that there's a little indent there with the name. So far so good?
No, sir.
What's the question?
I don't know where you find it.
I clicked here and then I just clicked on the object and I made it invisible. Don't you see?
Okay.
Right? But you will notice there's a little indentation there that gives it away.
Yeah.
This is because of the style of art that I'm using. Another thing you'll notice right now, anywhere you click on your LabVIEW program won't bring out the normal menu it brings, because you are now in the edit mode. If you want to go back to functional mode, you have to come back and click this. So try that right now. Click up here with the automation. So now you can get normal functionality back. But if you go back to the paint, you lose that functionality, and if you right click, it just brings up the paint menu. So what we're going to do is go back to the normal control scheme, and we're going to create another enum object, but this time for the system style. Let's use the system style enum. So you have these, no, we don't want the system style. Let's try the classic. So under the classic, ring and enum, classic picturing, let's try the classic picturing over here. And also let's try the silver style. So ring and enum, silver style, ring and enum. So there it is. So what we're going to do is now we're going to try and recolor them and see which one looks best. So this guy, you can see what's happening. I have literally gotten rid of all items of it. This guy, I can do the same. Get rid of stuff. There you go. And you have to be pixel perfect, literally. If you don't find the appropriate pixel to click, you won't have the colors go out. So I'm going to go back to my control scheme and I'm going to try and hide some of these tabs, this selector tab. So show increment, decrement, nope. So I'm going to also do the same thing for this guy. I'm going to get rid of this increment, decrement. So now notice, you notice the classic ring style is completely invisible.
Now you can
The regular ring style, the modern ring style, there's an indentation, and the silver style, there's a little white
To go to
background
the properties.
that I can't seem to get rid of, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to import my pictures into one of this, and I'm going to use the classical style. You see how this classical style looks? It basically there's nothing there, literally, except the name. Is that clear? People. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these guys. I don't need them. I'm going to just use this guy called ring 2. And I'm going to use ring 2 to replace the door. So I'm going to have it selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to edit and I'll say import picture to clipboard. People, import picture to clipboard, then I'm going to select the first picture, which is 0. Hit OK. Select this picture again, right click on it. And I'll go with, this is you have to be very careful here. You see what I did? I went to edit, and I imported the picture 0. I now came and right clicked on the enum object, and then I'm telling it the first time, for that first picture, I just say import picture from clipboard. So when I go ahead and hit that, that picture is in there. You get it? Yes. Now, I'm going to go again to edit. Again, I'm going to say import picture to clipboard. This time I'm going to pick picture 1. Hit OK. And then on my enum object, I'll right click again on it. And then I'll say import picture after. Very important. The first time, I imported picture to clipboard or from clipboard. Here I'll say import picture after. And I'll repeat this process for the rest of the 2 images. So import picture to clipboard, go with picture 2, OK, right click, add picture after. And for the last one, edit, import picture to clipboard, picture 3, OK, right click, import picture after. So now I'm going to go to my block diagram, and here's my picture object. So here's my door object over here. And here's its control. So right now, it's in control mode, which means it wants to control something. I don't want it to control, I want it to be an indicator. So I'm going to right click on it on the block diagram and change it to an indicator. Right click on the block diagram object and change to indicator. You see that? People?
Yes.
Alright. Once it's been changed to an indicator, I'm going to come to my front panel and I'm going to create a numeric slider, a horizontal numeric slider with pointers. So I'm just going to place this guy here. The slider. I'm going to use the slider to test something out. Now, if I click on this enum object, you'll notice that it has the 3 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 to 3. 4 pictures. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. So what I want to do is, all of these are arrays, and each of them has an index. This guy's index is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I want to use this numeric slider to control which image appears here. So I'm going to change the scale of the numeric slider to be 0 to 3. So I do that by simply right-clicking on the slider, coming to the properties, on the scale, I say give me a value from 0 to 3. Like so, and hit OK. So I'll just then wire this, I'll just wire this up. Now when I run my program in a loop, if this 0 is selected, look at what happens. The door is closed. If 1 is selected, hey, what gives? I think the sliders of this app are going crazy. Huh? Is it lagging or the program isn't running? Let me put this in a loop. I think it's just not running. Or even create constant, there we go. I think the program just wasn't running. Yeah, it wasn't running. Because this guy was creating, whatchamacallit. It creates like an event case. So you see what's going on? Close, open, close, open. So this is the animation I want. Do you see what's going on? So you remember your flashing light, your traffic light? We're going to create a function that when you press this button, instead of the LED to just turn on, it will launch a loop that will cycle through picture 1, 2, 3, 4 real quick, and it will just create the animation. And when you send an off signal, it will do the reverse. That's all. Very simple. So let's try it out. So, is everybody with me? So you see this LED, let me stop the program. This LED is what we're going to get rid of, and we're going to put this door here. So I'm going to go ahead and select this LED and delete it, and come to my program here, and go to the LED. It's for door, right? There we go. So it's disappeared. So what I want to substitute it is this guy. And I'm going to create an interesting function within this program structure here. So here, if the value is true or false, something happens. So I'm going to take this out, take that out. I'm just cleaning up this program, and I'm going to enlarge this. So if this is true, I want something to happen. I want this program to cycle through a bunch of things. Is that clear? People? Yes. All right. So here, I'm going to have a for loop. So let me create a for loop, a very simple for loop. This for loop is supposed to step. How many times is it supposed to run? 4. There you go. So I want it to run 4 times. It was 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to break this connection, take my enum object, and I'm going to hook it up here. But if I do it this way, there's not going to be an animation because there's no delay. This guy will run very fast. So what do? I'll add a wait timer. And I'll make the wait timer maybe wait for maybe 300 milliseconds. So it's really fast, but it will be fast enough for me to see the animation. And then I'm going to right click on this guy and create a local variable. Why? Because I want, if the guy is closing the door, the reverse of the animation should happen. Is that clear? So everybody understands this for loop, right? This is very simple. This is my I counter. It increments by 1 every time the loop runs, and it starts with 0. So what happens is, when this is 0, the picture 0 is selected, just like when I was sliding this slider. So picture 0 is door closed. So true means open, right? So first it will 0, wait for 3 milliseconds, then this will change to 1, then this picture will change to picture 1, wait for 3 milliseconds, then it will change to picture 2, then wait for 3 milliseconds, then change to picture 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures, it will cycle through them within about 1.2 seconds. Does that make sense? So now what I want is the same thing but opposite. You see here, we're starting from to open. The opening function starts from, to open is 0, 1, 2, 3. How would the function look like? Again, I'm going to use the for loop. But in this case, since I have 4 items, I want this loop to again run 4 times. And what I'm going to do is, since this guy starts from 0, I have this number 4. All I need to do is a mathematical looping function of subtraction. And then I'll assign the remainder of the value to the door. In other words, 4 minus whatever this loop is producing. So if this loop starts with a 0, it will be 4 minus 0. I'll have picture 4. 4 minus 1, I'll have picture 3. 4 minus 2, but you see there's a problem here. Although my loop runs 4 times, how many pictures do I have? I have 4 pictures, but my pictures, their numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3. So here, if I have 4 minus 0 is 4. I don't have a picture called 4. Very good. So now I need to decrement this by 1. So how do I do that? I simply insert a decrement function there. Or I can just simply do 3 here instead of collecting it this way. Right? So let's do it the simple way. We don't need to put the decrement, you can just label this guy as a 3 to represent the 3 pixels. So this 3 minus 0 will give me 3. So that will be the first image and then so on. So having done this, let's test it out. So let's pick up this, we don't need to pick up the door yet. I'm going to delete this guy. So let me run the application. And let me find the client. There we go. So running the client, if I click on this door, if the signal arrives, it should respond appropriately. So now it's already in D, you see it open. I click again, you should see it close. Any day now. Ay, caramba. What's going on?
You need to click on the
It's just, oh! We didn't put the timer. What's this guy? So hold on. We go to true again. Pick this up. So for false. So we run again. Stop this guy, run again. Alright, let's test it again. So this is open. So hopefully we should see it animate to open. Then we do close now. So it's not responding. Now why is it not responding? Any ideas?
I had this personal issue, and what I do or what I will try to do was I stop the server, I on-tag the server, and I close the door or at least off the mic. Then what will happen is it will function as per what the code is, but it doesn't accept input. That's the thing. It doesn't like for example, you open the door now, it accepts, but when you close it doesn't accept. So what I will try or what happened in my assignment was, let's say I open the door, I need to stop the server, run back the server.
That's not the solution that works. So
that is not a solution.
let us troubleshoot it now. So first thing we want to do is we want to see what detail we're receiving. You see over here, let's see what our server, what our client is actually sending. So I'm going to create an indicator here, not a constant, an indicator. We want to see, you see this data out? Where are you on my, yes, there you go. So we want to see what data the server is actually receiving. Then we want to determine whether or not all of this is correct. So we have true, false, and so on. So let's try that out now. So run this. We pick up the part. There you go. Stop this guy, rerun. Alright. So we hit this. So what I expect to see here is dr/t, which this works. If I click on this, now I'm supposed to see dr/f. And it's,
So working here.
so you see, it thought we couldn't see it, that's why it was misbehaving. Now that we can see it, let's try it again.
Oh my God.
This should be T. And this should be F. So you see, we've not changed the program, but the idiot thing. That's how it would call, that's how I lost all this head. Program is working fine, but this is what we call a limitation of the interface. LabVIEW as a piece of software also has a few bugs. We didn't change the program, did we? We just started seeing.
Wait, so let's just say we're presenting to you and this happens. What can we do? Because I tried, it works. It's just that
It's not
after I'm on the light and when I off it, it isn't off.
So what could have happened is, it's not always the software's fault. Sometimes you might have what we call a logical error. And you guys are bound to experience several logical errors. Because if you don't operate the data flow of the program, what do you think is going to happen now if we delete that window? Let's try this. Let's say we stop this program and we delete this indicator. Right? Let's see. Because we really didn't change anything in our program. So run the server again, run the server again. So now will it behave properly? Alright. What about close? Now it's behaving. So it's a small hiccup. In some cases, it might be as a result of your logical error. Now, in case I had closed this, saved this, closed this, and reopened it, it would have worked fine without me having done that. So sometimes if you're trying something and